Hello and welcome to Mr. G's Weather Channel. My name is Mr. G. I am the weather forecaster for this channel, and you can check me out every day on TikTok and YouTube. I will be posting videos. I also go live now on TikTok and YouTube. And today, as far as the weather is concerned, we will be tracking the weather over the Midwest because we can see some severe weather over the Ohio Valley today, all the way down into Kentucky and Tennessee. We are looking for the chance for some severe weather, like we had some phenomenal severe weather last night over Kansas and Oklahoma, Missouri as well, and through Illinois and Wisconsin, where we saw a very large derecho go down through Iowa and with a tornado as well. So a lot of severe weather. Very, very active night last night. It was quite exciting to be a weather watcher or a storm chaser. You probably had quite the busy night last night as far as tracking the weather was concerned. But today, we see I'm here in the Twin Cities. The Minneapolis St. Paul area is our city of the day because we are getting a lot of snow. So yesterday we went from the 70s, showers and thunderstorms yesterday, last night, to this morning. We wake up to heavy snow. So the ground is still warm, so the concrete is not really sticking to the pavement yet. But some areas it is kind of sticking to the trees and maybe on the grass a little bit. But it's snowing pretty good because you can't really see out there, and that's the Capitol building right in front of us. So that's the state capitol area in Minneapolis is way out there, but you can't see it because of all that snow. It's been snowing all day, and according to the radar, it's gonna still snow for some time yet today. So a very snowy day out there before we end October. Some pretty heavy snow falling across the Twin Cities, and we're seeing some snow over some areas too. And we're gonna look at our map here at our software and check out the snow that's falling in the area. So here's a look at the WSV3 application as we track the live weather across America. So here we are now looking at the live weather across the United States. You can see our big map here, and you see those areas where it's still pretty warm right along the East Coast. New York is 77 degrees right now, so it's still pretty warm across a lot of areas. So very warm up there across the Northeast. Temperatures in the 70s, 75 up there in Portland, Maine, and Boston. We are looking at 77 degrees. 70s and near 80 degrees over in Hartford, Connecticut. So all the way down the East Coast, we're still get one more long warm day here before things begin to cool down. So all the way down to the southeast into Florida, we have very warm temperatures, those 70s and 80s down across the southeast. But over here, over the mid-Mississippi River Valley, in the Tennessee Valley, and the southern areas of the Ohio Valley, we are seeing some precipitation, and we are seeing showers and thunderstorms. So we're looking at an area where we could see a severe storm kickoff later today. We will be watching this area, but not the biggest things, but we are seeing some much needed rainfall through central Tennessee. So that rain is beginning to move into Nashville, and we're seeing it up across Kansas, not Kansas, but Kentucky as well. So we're seeing those showers through Louisville and over Bowling Green. So western Kentucky, southern Ohio, Indiana, maybe Illinois, parts of far southern Illinois is right on the edge of some of those showers. But western Tennessee, from Nashville westward to Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, and we're seeing those rain showers, and we're seeing thunderstorms coming onto the Gulf Coast. So the Florida Panhandle, Tallahassee, across right all the way through Ken, Alabama and Mississippi. So Gulf Shores, Biloxi, New Orleans as well. We're seeing some showers and thunderstorms. Even down here across New Orleans, we have some showers coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. As in the days to come, we're going to see the Gulf open up and a big plume of moisture is going to come rolling on in into the deep south, the mid south, and all the way up into the Ohio Valley. And it's going to be bringing copious amounts of rainfall, some drought busting rainfall is headed your way as we head into the next week. So, as we get into the month of November, we're going to look for some very intense rain to be moving in down across Arkansas and across Arkansas to Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, up all the way up into the Corn Belt states. So we're going to be seeing all of that heavy rain. Some areas can pick up in excess of 18 inches of rain across portions of Arkansas and Missouri, where we could see 18 inches of rain. So lots of rain is going to be in the forecast there. But right now we're seeing these showers and thunderstorms moving across Tennessee and into Arkansas and southern Missouri. So we are seeing some wet weather out here across Mississippi. And again, we're seeing some of that wet weather. Let me zoom out here. So, I got it. Come on. Come on with the map here. So, we are seeing some of that wet weather. But yeah, very stormy, a very wet day, and we can see some of these thunderstorms, and you can see areas where we're seeing thunderstorm outflow. If you look at this area right here, you can see what appears to be Boeing. So there is some thunderstorm outflow as these storms head off to the east southeast. So we're seeing a lot of thunderstorms out there across portions of the mid south today. So Mississippi, yeah, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, Arkansas, as well as into southern Indiana, Illinois, maybe parts of southern Mississippi and Kentucky. So the southern Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, and the western Appalachians and Kentucky, and all the way down across Arkansas to Louisiana, East Texas as well, maybe Beaumont, those areas. We're seeing some very heavy rain and thunderstorms. You can see all of the lightning strikes right there. But as we look toward the west, temperatures are fairly mild there across Phoenix, the mid 70s down to Nogales and Tucson as well. Those temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. So very nice across New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California, Nevada. But if you go to the north, we do have some showers of northern Utah, northern Nevada, Idaho, western Wyoming, eastern Oregon, eastern Washington, northern Idaho, northwestern Montana. So rain and snow in the mountains. So snow showers in the mountains, rain down in the valley. So a wet day across the Pacific Northwest and the northern Rockies. And we're seeing some snow in there across Colorado, through Montana and Wyoming, Utah. And we're seeing snow across northwestern Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota to northeastern Minnesota to the Arrowhead. There was some rain and some snow today. So snowy weather is going to be on tap, but it will begin to diminish the later we get into the day and into the nighttime hours. And it's just going to be a cold night out there across the upper Midwest and the upper Mississippi River Valley across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the Dakota. So get ready for that cold after we are on the backside of that very powerful cold front that dropped to temperatures behind it 20 to 30 degrees yesterday after we saw those very powerful severe thunderstorms. So that's a look at the current conditions across America. Now let's go and take a look at the weather forecast for the days to come. So here we are now looking at the weather forecast for the days to come, and we are looking at our nice fall picture out here. But now we're going to be looking at your Halloween this afternoon and tonight. Dry weather across the northern plains down through the central plains today after all of those thunderstorms yesterday. Dry weather across the four corners, the desert southwest. But we are seeing some snow and a rain and snow mix in the hills and in the mountains above western Montana, northern Idaho, rain down across southern Idaho, and we're seeing rain showers in eastern Washington, Oregon, snow over the Cascades, snow and rain over northern California. And we are going to be looking for those showers and thunderstorms today across the Ohio Valley, southern Ontario, Michigan, down through the deep south, the Tennessee Valley, Missouri Valley, Arkansas, all the way down to Louisiana, Mississippi, East Texas. The chance for severe thunderstorms today. But warm weather on the East Coast this afternoon. Those temperatures in the 70s and 80s. So from Boston all the way down to Miami, we're seeing those warm temperatures. However, across the east coast of Florida, an onshore flow is making for windy conditions and showers along the coast. So watch for showers to come onshore off the Atlantic this afternoon from Jacksonville all the way down to Miami. So we'll be seeing those onshore flow bringing those showers and maybe even some rumbles of thunder as well. So here's where we can see that severe weather threat today. So this afternoon and evening, severe thunderstorms from Detroit all the way down to Lake Charles, Louisiana. That includes Shreveport, Jackson, Little Rock, Paducah, Louisville, Cincinnati, Lafayette, South Bend, and Detroit. And we're going to be seeing isolated tornadoes and hail with localized damaging winds up to 65 miles per hour with some isolated gusts for 75 miles per hour this afternoon. That's where we have that severe weather threat. And however, on the East Coast, from Burlington, Boston, all the way down through the mid-Atlantic states, in New York and Pittsburgh, Washington, we are seeing very nice weather today. Very warm with 25 degrees above the historical averages for this time of the year. We are looking at very warm temperatures, very dry, so there is a elevated fire risk and it's kind of windy as well out ahead of the advancing cold front coming out of the Midwest. And we have that high fire risk again from Maine down through the mid-Atlantic states, gusty southwest winds, and it's going to be very dry vegetation, and those leaves that are falling down out there now probably pretty dry and crunchy and easy to catch fire. And we have drought conditions in place still as we have that lack of rainfall continuing, but hopefully you can get some rain over the next couple of days. Maybe you might get some of that rain coming from the Midwest. Could bring some showers and some relief to the dryness across the Northeast. And then next week we see a big pattern shift for early November. Tomorrow's the 1st. From the 2nd through the 5th, especially where we can see that influx of Gulf of Mexico moisture with high pressure just off the mid-Atlantic coast of North Carolina on the East Coast. High pressure over the Northwest and over the Four Corners, the desert. So high pressure that way. That will make a northerly flow over the plains, which will bring cooler air out of Canada, and this high pressure over the east bring a southerly flow will bring moisture off of the Gulf of Mexico, and that moisture will collide with that colder air coming out of Canada. That could lead to heavy rounds of showers and thunderstorms across parts of the Missouri Valley down to Arkansas, north central Texas. That includes eastern Kansas, Oklahoma as well. We could see some numerous rounds of showers and thunderstorms. So, how much severe weather remains to be seen, but we're going to be seeing a very wet area with heavy rain all the way from Illinois down to Texas. So, an area of very beneficial rain is on tap. So there is a flash flooding risk because a lot of rain is going to fall in some of these areas. So definite drought relief there. And here is a look at some of our rainfall expectations here Saturday through next Tuesday. So this Saturday through next Tuesday, we are going to be seeing the potential for up to 18 inches of rain, especially down here between Kansas City down to north central Oklahoma, which includes Wichita. But in the Chicago area, 1 to 2 inches. But Des Moines, 2 to 4 inches. But down across southern Iowa, north central and central Missouri, 4 to 8 inches. But in the area from Kansas City down just to about Bartlesville, Oklahoma, Ponca City, 8 to 12 inches, but with an area here, so all the way down through Oklahoma City to north central Texas, Amarillo, that 18 inches, but there is a small region right here where we could see that 18 inches of rain. Again, here's a look at that highway of moisture coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico and into the tropics. Let's talk a little bit about the tropics. We're going to be looking at an area that we're going to be looking at as we head into the middle of November. So we will see a lot of moisture in this main development area here. We're going to see a lot of persistent thunderstorms, low wind shear, and very warm weather. So that could be a favorable area for some action. So, but November 2nd through the 5th, we have two areas. We have the area south of Cuba down to Central America, and we have an area on the other side of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, north of Puerto Rico right here, and south of the Bermuda, where we're going to see a low risk for development, but we do have a high risk for development for the larger area down to the southwest. So our tropical scenario, so we're going to be seeing anything that develops over this main development region move mostly toward the west. It could either hit the coast of Honduras or Guatemala, or it could go northward towards the Gulf of Mexico. So it could go between Cuba and the Yucatan and slide between into the eastern Gulf, maybe hit the west coast of Florida or the Gulf Coast of America. So that is a couple of scenarios we could see, but however, U.S. impacts are unlikely, even though that is a possibility. And that is a look at your weather forecast. My name is Mr. G. Thank you for watching Mr. G's Weather Channel. Remember to check us out on YouTube, and TikTok. And I'll go live should we see a lot of severe weather tonight across the Ohio Valley. And I'll go live on YouTube and TikTok. So, until then, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next daily video. I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, have a great day and be safe out there.